as always it seems, since the last video. But yeah, hopefully this time for real we finally get back into the swing of things for a while, or for the foreseeable future, I suppose. But yeah, I was gonna do a lot of things, but ended up doing that. So anyways, here we are, and doing a bit of a different video than I planned earlier in the day, but my plans didn't go as I wanted them, and so now here we are. And I'm going to be doing something that I came up with about 5 minutes ago, which is to essentially do work that I've been planning on doing for a while, that I've also procrastinated, and then mix that with procrastinating this ASMR video. So we're just gonna do some of that. Give me a second, because I gotta peel off this blister, because yeah, just gotta, okay, hold on. Okay, I just peeled off this blister because it was finally ripping, so now it's gone, and it looks way cleaner than any of these ones, because these ones are way worse. I went climbing a couple weeks ago now, I think, or like a week and a half ago or something, and got blisters like crazy. 4 blisters in total. 5 actually, forgot about this one. All 4 of these ones ripped off while I was there, and then continued climbing. This one formed in the last couple climbs, but didn't pop or whatever, rip. So now I have 5 little spots, but this one doesn't look like anything, honestly. But I mean, I forgot about this one too, but it is kind of pink, I guess. But they're all good and healed and stuff, so that's cool. But anyways, today I was gonna just do creative things, I guess, which is mostly just like brainstorming and working on things that I was supposed to be doing for a while. So I'm finally gonna be doing that right now. But yeah, it is 1:57 o'clock, and I work at 12 tomorrow, so I'm trying to sleep better. So hopefully this doesn't go longer than 30-ish minutes, but I guess you already know how long it is, so wish me the best. But yeah, I'm just gonna do random things. This is a thing I made. I don't know if I want to fully show. Yeah, forget. This is a thing I made a while ago. May 1st or May 5th, the week of May 5th, with a bunch of goals. Because as I've been for years, I've been procrastinating and not doing things that I wanted to do. And so I made this list of things that I was going to do. And none of these things have been done up until, I think, right here. Everything above this line should have been done by now. Which is crazy, because everything with a slash through it hasn't been done, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then these. So like 90% of the things have not been completed. But yeah, I uploaded one ASMR video. That's cool. I don't know if I did it that week, but I've done it since then. Bunch of videos that I was supposed to do. Trying to track the albums I listen to and like rate them and put them in Notion, which is just like a note app thing. Planning an event hangout, which is just to hang out with people, socialize, stuff like that. But I also like planning things, so I wanted to like make a little thingy, but I haven't done that. Go back to the gym, kind of done that. And I put gym routine. I put a check, but technically I haven't really gone back to like a routine, but I've been going more consistently, so I checked it off, whatever. And just more stuff about videos. But yeah, I made this a while back, and so some of these things are going to be what I'm working on right now. But I'll also, I guess, explain them, because why not? 100 mobile games It's just, I'm gonna play 100 different mobile games and like rate them and see if they're actually good, because I feel like mobile games are garbage and trash, but sometimes they're kind of fire. Like whether it's like they're actually just like really good, thought out gaming experiences, or they're just like fun, you know, and good time wasters or whatever. They're both equally valid in the gaming space, but I feel like most mobile games these days are just ad farms and just the most cookie cutter, just random nothingness games, if you could even call them that sometimes. But yeah, so the work for that is already done in terms of like the pre-preparation. 100 mobile games. So I think this one's gonna be called like what is this one gonna be called? I forgot. I think I had a name in mind and then or a title in mind and I forgot what it was. I think it was gonna be like maybe like frick. What was it? I think it's either gonna be like I played 100 mobile games to answer this question, but I think that's too long of a title. And then the thumbnail is like me, mobile game, mobile game, mobile game, mobile game. And then this little text box thing says like are they all bad or some shit like that, I don't know. But I think that's just way too much words going on. But the concept of that I like. So maybe instead it'll be like I think I definitely want to keep the 100 because that's an eye-catching thing. It's like a hook. That's the hook of it, is that I played 100 different games. And then the other hook is that they're all trash. So those two things need to be included in the title thumbnail combination. But how they're presented, that's the question. I think maybe like because it's kind of hard to say both of these things in one thing. Like if I was to put them both in the title, that's kind of hard. And then of course putting them both in the thumbnail is insane. But because like I could put like I tried 100 mobile games to see if they're all bad. To see if they're all bad. But like that doesn't really give the je ne sais quoi, you know, that you look for. I tried a whole bunch of mobile games to see if they're all bad. Or like all trash or whatever. Or if they all suck or something like that. But all of those aren't really grabby, you know. They don't really click like that in the way I want them to. Maybe the number 100 isn't really needed, but the sense of scale, of amount, still needs to be not necessarily quantified, but at least, you know, the scale needs to be known that there's a lot of games. You know what I mean? So maybe that could just be visually represented in the thumbnail, and then the title could just be like less of a less of like a title-y sounding thing, because these sound like video titles. Like, I played 100 mobile games to answer this question. I tried 100 mobile games to see if they're all bad. You know, like that sounds like a mission statement. Not necessarily, but that kind of thing. But maybe if it's just like a statement, then it could be interesting. So if it's like every mobile game is horrible now, because then the hook is like, well, every single one is bad. I kind of think that too as a viewer. And then in the thumbnail represented is like, I really don't even need to be in the thumbnail, but we'll see. And then it's just like logos or something, and like titles and such, but or like screenshots and kind of thing. But some of them are like brain rot style games that everyone is kind of in agreement that they suck and are horrible. But then other ones are like things like Clash of Clans and stuff like that, where it's like the general consensus is that they're not this. And so now the hook is like, okay, well, every mobile game is horrible now. That's not really true, it would seem, based off of what is being presented in the thumbnail. And so now it's like a bit of contention in the viewer's mind of like, okay, well then, no, I don't like that. I think it kind of has to be like, you know, like a question rather than a statement, because then it just like immediately presents a contradiction in the premise, because the premise isn't to prove that every mobile game is bad. It's to, well, I guess it is. I guess it's to prove that every mobile game isn't bad, but most people don't believe that every mobile game is bad at this point in time. So I guess rather than brainstorming a hook, first we need to, or rather than brainstorming the title, first we need to brainstorm the hook. Because the hook isn't, watch me play 100 mobile games. That's not a hook. That's boring. Nobody cares. And the hook also isn't, watch me rate 100 mobile games. Like, the hook has to be answering a question, solving a problem, or, you know, something like that. That's like intriguing and interesting, beyond just like, oh, that's a game I like, or it is a person I know. It's like something to pull in people that aren't in those two groups. And so it's like, what is the question that is being presented that they want to be answered, or the statement that they don't agree with, or that they do agree with, or something like that. Something to get them hooked, you know. That's what a hook is. And so, what may that be? Well, I guess the goal of the video is to see if all mobile games are bad. That is the premise. I don't know why it's a question mark. That doesn't really make sense. The premise of the video is to see if all mobile games are bad now. Because there is 100 mobile games. But they're like separated into categories of like genre and stuff like that. But there's also certain categories like legacy, nostalgia, mobile games that are like kind of revered as the pinnacles of mobile gaming, right? So like Clash of Clans is gonna be on there. Infinity Blade is gonna be on there. Even though it's not nearly as popular, probably. Oops. I think Clash Royale will probably be on there. I think like Genshin Impact will probably be on there. You know, things like that, where it's like isn't usually disputed that they're good games, but those will be used as like a point of being like talking about now. Are there mobile games coming out now? Because a lot of them will be things at the top of the charts, things that are popular, things that are coming out in recent times. And so it's sort of a comparison. It's not that all 100 mobile games I think are bad, and we'll see if they are actually bad. It's going through a pool of 100 mobile games to see if mobile games are bad now, or if they've gotten worse, or if they're on the decline, right? So then I guess the hook is, are all mobile games horrible now? Are all the new mobile games bad? Are we in a bad generation for mobile games? I think that's it. Something around that line. It might change in the wording and stuff like that, but I think this is my title. Is this the worst era of mobile gaming? Or are we in the worst era of mobile gaming? Or is this the worst generation of mobile games? Or something like that. But something about asking the question of the time period and it being bad in relation to mobile games. And then I think in the title or in the thumbnail, we want to present scope, meaning the amount, the quantity of the games that will be played. We have to show that there'll be a lot of them, okay, in whatever way that happens. And then nostalgia. Want to show the games that people actually do like, to kind of reiterate this point of the time period and you know, recognizing that it has declined, sort of thing. But yeah, I think that's what I'm landing on right there. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, that's one thing down. Ba-bang. That one is ready to go into production now. As the title has a thumbnail, I need to update the list because I made it like 3 months ago. But like half of that list is probably going to stay the same. But like the ones that like the category, like one of the categories is just like the top 10 games on the charts at that moment. So that needs to be updated, and then some of the other ones will probably be switched around. But yeah, that's that. And I think with this new focus, I'm gonna try to get like, rather than just like big nostalgia heavy like games that are kind of revered as good mobile games, I'm also gonna get like old mobile games, even if they're not good. Just like games that came out in like the early 2000s or whatever the hell, you know, like the first era of mobile games, and then like the new age, to get that kind of comparison of the time periods. Okay. And then we have music with no experience. This one I don't really need to plan beforehand, because that's the whole point. Is there's no experience. There's no prerequisite. I can't think of the word. There's no preparation. It's just going into it blind. I already have. Actually, I don't know if I have Ableton Live on here. It might have been the old computer. But I'm just going to download like the free Ableton software and just mess around and see what happens. I think that the title will just be like, I made a song with no experience or something like that. And that's pretty much all I got, and that's all I need, to be honest. But yeah, so that one is locked and loaded in terms of ready to be started being made, not in terms of ready to be uploaded. And then we have every A24 movie. I don't know why I checked that off, but I think that one is quite a simple thing. And I watched every A24 movie to see if they're actually that good. I don't know if that's the title, but that's the concept. I think the title will come to me after watching every A24 movie. I think right now the working title is like, I watched every A24 movie. And that's the title. And then the thumbnail is like a statement of like either like they're all that good or something, which they're not. I know this to be true already. Or it'll be like you know, like some sort of statement about it. But I think this will probably change, and it'll be like it'll just be a statement about what I believe at that point after watching all the movies. So I think the title will shift after going through that process. But yeah, I don't even know how many there are. I guess I could look that up because why not? We're here trying to plan and do stuff, so might as well. They make so many movies these days, it's crazy. How many A24 movies are there? The AI answer says 175 movies. Oh my god. And then this says, additionally, Reddit user mentioned finishing watching all 164 A24 movies chronologically, indicating there's 164 movies in time and completion. So according to that guy on Reddit, there's 165, but that's also according to the guy on Reddit, according to the AI. This guy, I found the Reddit thing. Just finished watching all 165, and this was, I can't read that, my tripod is right in the way. This is, oh my god, this is 10 months ago. There's been at least like 5, I guess, probably, more movies that have came out. I got I signed up for like the AAA 24 thing because I kept getting ads for it on my Instagram, and I was like, you know what, screw it. And so I did that. And I know it's like kind of stupid to get that rather than just like getting the movie theaters unlimited pass, because then you could just watch all the A24 movies and all the other movies for like double the price. But that's too many damn movies. I'm not gonna go see all the damn movies. It's just too much. So at least with this I can actually go to each one. But yeah, I started that like 2 months ago now, I think. And I think I've gone to like 3 or 4 movies already. So they released a lot of movies. Okay. So yeah, this just like gives like awards. Favorite movie, least favorite movie, best documentary, best foreign language, most underrated, most overrated, best male performance, and best female performance. And then, they also made a list of all the movies and where they stream, or where they saw them. Probably where they saw them, because it says Theater 2, Pirated 2, rented on Apple 23, oh my god. Pluto TV 1, Tubi 2, Hulu 2, Prime 4, Apple TV 9, Paramount Plus, Netflix, Cinemax, and then Max with 69, goddamn. And then A24 website also has like a thing where you could rent them on there. So I'll probably do that instead of the rent it on Apple part. Just started working my way through Neon's collection. Oh my god, this guy's crazy. That's wild. Yeah. Ooh, they have a list of their 9s. Like their 9 out of 10s. That's fire. That's a good list. Damn, I didn't even know some of these movies are A24. Like Maxine and Ex Machina, that's crazy. These are A24? That's crazy. I did not know that at all. Damn. Anyways, so yeah, according to this guy, there's 165, and then there's probably been like 6 more to come out after that, so probably around 170 to 175 ish, I would imagine, depending on when I recorded, I suppose it will. Because it'll probably come out after Eddington, or whatever that movie's called, and then possibly after another one too, because I think there's one that comes out like in August or something like that. I don't know, but I guess we'll see. But yeah, that's that one. And then we have worst rated Steam game, which is just I played the worst rated Steam game. The worst rated it's that's clickbait time, that title. I might change it to something else, but I just found a game that was like one of the only games I could actually find that was still listed on the Steam store that had a just negative review, because all the ones that are like that get to like strongly negative or whatever it is just get removed. So almost every game on on Steam will like only be like slightly negative or whatever it is, like mostly negative, or I don't remember what the exact wording is, but essentially not that bad because they just get removed. But that was like one of the only games I found that looked moderately interesting and playable, that was rated negative. And so I'm just going to play that game and make a video about it. So that one, I think also, the title might change depending on my experience with that. And then every cool math game is just how it sounds. I play every game on cool math games, which I know is absolutely insane. I can look that up too, I guess. But like, I remember going on there on like the school library computers, and you could scroll down that A through Z list for like days. It felt like it was an infinite list, but probably like at least a couple hundred. But by now it might be way more. Maybe it's way less. I don't know if they remove games. I imagine. Let's see how many games are in cool math games. Drum roll. I don't know if we can find a concrete number. Interesting. Maybe if I just go on to the list of all games on cool math games, and then I just highlight every single game and then put it into like a spreadsheet and make it count them. Oh my god, this is at least a couple hundred games and I haven't even gotten to C. This is okay, this might not be possible. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I mean, it definitely is, technically. But I mean, like, it might not be a viable thing for me to do. Dude, this is like 500 games. We're at like F. This is stupid. This is crazy. I think even if I played every game for a minute, this would take like a month. This is crazy. I'm at M. I've just been holding the mouse at the bottom of the screen, so it's going. I'm at N. O. P. It's still at P. There's a lot of P's. Q. R. It's still at R. S. A lot of S's. A lot of S's. A lot of S's. There's probably a couple hundred S's. T. A lot of T's. A lot of T. U. V. W. X. Y. Z. Not many X, Y, and Z. Okay, we're going to copy that. We're going to open an Excel spreadsheet. Okay. Microsoft, you piss me off sometimes. What's the Sheets? Google Sheets. Oh, you still have to sign in for that too? Oh, I'm already signed in. Okay. New blank spreadsheet. Control V. I guess I don't even have to make it count it for me. It just lists a number next to it. Oh my god. Sweet mother. Holy. It says 2,290 or 39, which I think is off by like 2 because there's 2 cells at the top that are blank. So it's 2,237 games. That's. I'm not doing that. Because let's bring out the calculator. Calculator app. Sorry, I had to make sure the camera was still recording and good and everything. So what did I say? 2,237 times 1 and then divided by 60. That's 37 hours. It'd take me 37 hours. Let's say I did it for 3 hours a day. That would take 12 days. So about 2 weeks of doing it for 3 hours a day, playing every game for 1 minute, which I know is for a fact is not going to happen because some of the games are going to hook me, and I'm going to play it for at least an hour. So like imagine, say 50 of the games hook me, you add in 50 hours, that makes it 62 hours, which, oh wait, no, that's not even correct, because it was 2,237 divided by 60, it's 37 hours. Say 50 of them, I take an extra hour. Maybe like another 50 of them, I take an extra like 15 minutes. So we'll say around like 30 extra hours, probably. It's like at least 100-hour endeavor, at least. If I truly try to expedite the process as much as possible. And if I do it for 3 hours a day, that's 33 days. So unless I do this as a part-time job, it's going to take me at least a month. But if I did it for like 6 hours a day, which is insane and impossible for me, it would take 16 days. 6 hours a day. It would take 16 straight days. Well, it'll take technically 17 because it's 16.6. So it'd take like 3 weeks, probably. If I did it 6 hours a day, that's crazy. I think it's possible though, if we make a couple of restrictions. And those restrictions are only one game per per franchise. I know that's a little crazy. But we need to consolidate this list. We just have to. So like right here I see Wooden Paths 2. Okay, well I don't see a Wooden Paths 1, so I guess that's fine. I see right here Wheelie 1 through 7. Oh, we cut that down to 1. We get 6 games out of there immediately. I know for a fact there's at least 42 freaking Papa's games on here. So that lowers it by a lot. Right here we got Vex 3, 7, X3M, X3M2 challenges. I imagine those are all the same franchise. I would hope. Otherwise, that's insane naming convention. We got Vehicles 2, Vehicles 2 Level Pack, Vehicles 3. We got Unpuzzle 1, 2, R, and X, and regular. We got Unfreeze Me 1 and 2. We got 2 Pipes, 2 and 3, and regular. Truck Loader 2 through 5. Tricky Fish. Oh, that's just by itself. Tricky Keys 1 and 2. Transmorpher 1 through 3. Like, there's a lot of franchises in this. Like, a lot. The Sun for the Vampire, I don't even know what the hell most of these are. There's probably like 5 different Lava Boy and Water Girl, or Water Boy and Lava Girl, I don't know what it's called. Fire Boy and Rain Girl, I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about. There's probably like 5 of those at this point. Whatever the hell snappy maps are, there's like 40 of them. Okay, no, there's like 10, but still. Snail Bob. Where'd it go? Oh, there's only 1? There's only Snail Bob 2 on here? That's crazy. Maybe if the title has the same word in it, we can only do one of those. Because right here we got a butt ton of games with the word slice or some variation of slice. Okay, there's 4. I thought there was more. Okay, we got slide fill, slide and fall, slide fit, slide path, slide together, slideways, sliding blocks flash, slime night. Oh, that's something else. Slime. There's a bunch of slime games. Like maybe, I think that's a good idea. That'll be a possible contingency. Only 1 game per start word variation. That doesn't really make sense, but because like there's no way I'm gonna be able to be like, okay, well this game is called Race the Car, but this game is called Block Race. Technically they both have race. Like I can't track that. I'm only looking at the first word here, the first letter. It's the only way I could actually go through it. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go through all 2,000 games. That's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So, start word variation, because if it's like slime and slimed, I'm counting that. So this is a possible thing. Only 1 game per start word variation. Again, doesn't make sense, but you get what I mean. But this one is for sure. Only 1 game per franchise for sure. And then I think the minimum to say that I played it is 1 minute. Minimum 1 minute playtime. And I'm going to set a limit on myself. Maximum. Max. Oh, I don't know why I made that an A. Max 30-minute playtime. You would just have to do it. Because I know some of these games I'm going to get hooked and I'm going to want to play them for 17 hours straight. It's not going to happen. 30 minutes tops. I honestly might make that 15 or 10. I might do 10, honestly. 10 minutes. Max 10 minutes. Minimum 1 minute. So 1 through 10 minutes per game. Tops. Already that, because I added 50 hours to the possible time, because I said there'd probably be 50 games that I'll spend an hour again. Now there'll be 50 games and I'd spend 10 minutes, and that shaves down that time by 40 hours. Right out the gate. Plus, a lot of the extra 30 hours I had it is because I said I was going to play some games for like 30 minutes, maybe some games for 15 minutes. Now they're all going to be max 10. I think we're down to like 50 hours now. That's a much more doable amount of time. And then plus this will probably shave down a couple hours as well. I think 1 game per franchise, minimum 1 minute, maximum 10 minutes. I think that's good. I think that makes this a much more approachable thing. I think that's all we need. I think that's all we need. I think if a game takes longer than a minute to load, it's canned. No longer than 1 minute loading allowed. Because if it takes longer than a minute to load, that's running into another game's game time. If we're waiting for 10 minutes for this game to load, or if it just don't load at all, then that's 10 other games we could have gotten into. So we can't do that. If it takes more than a minute, that's on them. I'm sorry. I can't do nothing about it. I can't. I think that's good. I think that's a solid place to end. I think another thing. No, I was gonna say that if I load a game and it feels exactly like another game that I played previously, then I won't play it. But 1, it's only a minute. Who cares? I can play it for a minute. 2, it might just be a better version of the other game. 3, I'm probably gonna forget 90% of the games once I start playing, so that role's just gonna get thrown out the window most of the time, you know. Plus, it's like, is a game where you control a ball going through obstacles, finishing a level, the same as a game where you race a car, going through obstacles, finishing a level? I don't know. I think that might be a different experience. So, hard to judge. So that rule is not really going to work. But I think these are good. 1 minute, or 1 game per franchise. Minimum 1 minute playtime. Maximum 10 minutes. And no longer than 1 minute loading allowed. That's solid. That's good. That's all we need. We can get it done just like that. I do want to see how many Papa's games there are on here because I'm curious. Oh my god. I said 43, and of course that was going to be an overshoot because that's insane. I don't even think there's 43 types of food that you can possibly make games out of. Okay, that's probably not true whatsoever, but you know, that Papa's games would make. But there's a lot. There's almost a full screen of them. Bakeria, burgeria, cheeseria. What the hell is that? You just make cheese? That doesn't make no damn sense. Cupcakeria, donuteria, freezeria, hot doggeria, pancakeria, pasteria. What the hell? Oh, pasta. Pastaria, pizzeria, scooperia. What is that? Ice cream? I guess. Sushiria, taco mia, wingeria. That's a lot. And there's also like 7 Parking Fury games. Or Parking Fury, Parking Mania. And then some other random parking games. So that's only 1 game right there. Out of all the park. Well, I said I wasn't going to do that, so I guess that's not true. But like, is Parking Fury and Parking Mania the same thing? I have no clue. It might be. But I guess we'll keep them separate. I guess that's fine. Because that's what, 1 extra minute. Even if they are the same. That's 1 extra minute that I lose. I guess that doesn't really matter. So, I think that's it right there. Locked in on that. So that is that one done. And then desk build video was what most of this video was going to be. But now this video is 47 minutes long and I haven't even gotten to that yet. So, kind of going to speed run through this. But, yeah. I plan on this video just being me sketching out desks and other furniture that I want to make because I want to become a furniture girly. That sounds like a good phase for me. But I also think I compulsively want to start phases and then never do any work to do that. these are all the phases, if you'll call them that, or rather just like hobbies, I guess, that I want to do or pick up at some point in the near future. Music, which is why I'm going to make a video of me making a song, making music. That's why, because I want to make music. Another one is, I don't know what you'd call it. I want to get into photography. That'd be cool. To take photographs and they look sick and stuff. Maybe like film photography. That sounds fun. I guess videography or film. I don't know. Like, I want to get back into making. Well, I don't know if I'd say get back into making, because I don't know that I've ever really actually made like an actual thing that I've been like, yeah, that was good. In terms of like more serious like filmmaking, cinematography, like short film type beat. They've all just been like more whatever kind of thing. But video making that isn't just like ASMR or like variety content type thing. I don't know what you call that, but yeah. Gym. That don't really make sense, but like, you know, just go work out more, I guess. That's kind of in its own realm, though. That's not really related. That's not really in the same vein as the rest of these. Climbing or bouldering. I've gone twice now, and I think it's one of the greatest things to exist. I love it a lot, and definitely think I will be shelling out dozens of dollars a month in the near future to get a monthly pass to gym membership. Yeah, definitely going to be doing that. Even if I'm broke, I will make a spot in my budget for climbing. I just have to. And another one is dancing. I want to get into dancing. I think I don't know, I just got like a fit of inspiration to start dancing and stuff once I got into Cat's Eye, because their songs are so danceable and they make a lot of dances, and Gnarly was the big stepping stone for that. And one night I was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna learn to dance. And I stood here in my room before it was clean, because right now it's clean, so it's like actually able to be used for physical activity. But I just made like a 3x3 space where there wasn't crap on the floor, and just learned to dance for like 3.5 hours at like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was kind of crazy and deranged, but I did it. I came out of it relatively knowing what to do. And then I ended up doing it like probably another 40 times or something. And now I can probably do it mediocrely good. So that's a big stepping stone from not really saying that I could dance at all. I mean, it really doesn't mean that I could dance. It just means that I know a dance. But, you know, I want to get into that. That seems fun. And then maybe like making video like shorts, you know, it would just me dancing, doing crap. Sounds like it could be a nice little phase, you know, type beat. And then the other one which is why I literally started this list, I totally forgot what it was. Furniture making, or I got like physical making. I don't know, I'll say furniture. I'll just put furniture, because I think like furniture, like making furniture, reupholstering, or whatever you'd call that, like revitalizing. There's a word for it. I can't think of it. But like taking old furniture and making it new and cool and bonkers. That sounds nice. That sounds fun. And there's probably more, to be honest. There's probably a lot more. Like painting, drawing, freaking instruments, freaking flower arranging, writing, reading. You know, like there's a lot of possible interests I can get into, but these are like the ones that I'm like, yes, I need these in my life. These two can probably be consolidated and thrown to the side for a while, but not really. Because like I still take photos just every now and again, but like I don't like get into it. But like if I just go on a walk, I just take a minute and, you know, try to do a little something and call it a day. And videography, I'm just gonna be making those kinds of videos a little bit, but like not full on. So it'll be like enough, you know. And then this will probably just be like small for a while, but and probably this too. But these two, I think, are gonna be a big focus in this next era of my life, I suppose. But we're gonna spend about probably 5 to 10 minutes because we're already at 50 minutes on recording this. And it's probably it's probably like 50 minutes so far. So we'll get it to around an hour, I guess. And we'll finish off with some doodling of my ideas for the furniture I want to make. So there's 2 different pieces that I want to do. I don't know if I'll do both, but one is a desk, because this monstrosity is not cutting it. It's just not. I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it, and I hate it. I've hated it since the moment it arrived, and I'll hate it till the day I die. And that's just the way it is. So I'm ready for the next generation. I'm ready for the, what do you call that? Like the person that succeeds the past, like usually like political leader. I'm ready. I don't know. I'm ready for the next one. I don't know. I can't think. And then a couch, because I'm going to be moving relatively soon, and we don't have a couch. And I think it could be cool if I make a couch. I might not, but it would be interesting. And I think it would be easier than this, which is kind of crazy, but you'll understand once I get into it. So for the desk, I want this desk to be everything. I want this desk to be the only desk I'll ever need till the day I turn into ashes. And that probably won't be the case. I'll probably get a new desk in like 2 years. Like tops. Okay, that's not true. But I'll probably end up buying another desk, or like making another desk, or you're getting another desk at some point. Acquiring an additional desk. But I don't think I'm going to get rid of this desk until it breaks, which could be days after I finish making it, and it could be, when I ascend. So it just depends on how good of a job I do, I suppose. But I want it to be everything I want it to be, you know what I mean? So the ideas of what I want, the functionalities I'm seeking in this arrangement is one, a desk. I want it to be a desk. I want to be able to put stuff on it and use it as for desk functionalities. That's number one. That's at the top of the list because that's what it is. It makes sense, right? I needed to do that at least. 2, I want to have a designated area for my cup, for some sort of drink. My cup, my bottle. I want to have a holder that holds my cup, whether it's like a ring that it goes into, or just a little like slide out thing with like a coaster in it that I can put it on, or just like an inlay for a coaster or something like that. Just a designated area for a cup of some sort of container of a liquid. That'd be nice. Another thing I want is, I want it big, or at the very least bigger than this, because this is baby material. Okay, this is rookie numbers. I want big boy desk, because this TV is like, it's a TV. It's pretty big. It's not like a monitor. It's not a little itty bitty baby boy. It's pretty girthy, but it takes up a majority of the space on this desk. And I could get a wall-mounted TV. I could do this. I could get a monitor that goes on the wall, or I could get one of those arms that attaches to the back of the desk and allows for the monitor temperature to be raised for additional desk space underneath. That is amazing. I want that. I need that. But if I make this desk, it's going to cost this money. It's going to cost money, and I'm going to be broke. And I'm also going to be moving, so I'm going to be even more broke. So I won't have the money to get one of these things. And I also probably wouldn't use this TV for that. Probably get other monitors. I don't have money for that either. So that's at least 6 months down the line. At least. And who knows how long I'm going to stay at the next place. So I don't know if I'd want to get a wall-mounted one, but I guess the desk-mounted is just fine. But again, don't have money for that type of thing. I'm going to be more focused on getting freaking groceries and paying my water bill and gas and all that jazz that I want. I won't really have new monitors and holders on the top of my mind. So big is a necessity at the moment to be able to have my TV and speakers and keyboard and be able to do this kind of thing without having to move my keyboard off of the damn desk. And then the ability for a double monitor setup would be, that'd be, you know what I'm saying? Because this desk, this monitor takes up 99% of the width of the desk. Double monitor ain't gonna happen. And if I put a desk-mounted thing on the side of this desk, it would topple over like a twig. This desk weighs like 15 pounds. This monitor probably weighs the exact same amount as the desk. It's crazy. This desk is like made out of like styrofoam. I feel like if I elbowed it hard enough, it'll just snap in half. Like a leaf. So it also needs to be strong. What? I don't know what I just wrote right there. But it needs to be strugen. Okay? The desk needs to have it needs to be desk, it needs to be cup, big, and strugen. Okay? These are necessities. These are non-negotiables for the desk. It needs desk, it needs cup, it needs big, and it needs strugen. It needs strugen. Okay? I don't think you understand. It needs to be strugen. Strugen, it needs it. It does. I need strugen. I need strugen desk, okay? So, now that we have that out of the way, we can move to the next thing. I would like for it to have lights. I'm an aesthetic girly at the end of the day, at least a little bit, or at least I pretend to be. From my desk mat, I can imagine you know that I'm, at the very least, not a high effort aesthetic girly, but I do like things to look nice sometimes, if I'm willing to put in the work to make it look nice. But if I'm building a whole damn desk, taking an extra hour to put on some lights is not the end of the world. So lights would be nice, whether they're inlaid or just like attached to the legs, I don't care, but lights would be nice. So we got desk, we got cup, we got big, we got strugen, and we got lights. What else is there? You might ask. What else can a desk offer? Storage. It needs storage. Some sort of storage. It needs it. Whether it's a book shelf to put books in, or a drawer to put books in if you want, but probably like pens, pencils. I don't know what else you put in desk drawers. Rubber bands, paper clips, drugs. I don't know. It's up to you. I guess it's up to me because it's my desk. But if you have drawers in your desk, it's up to you what you put in them. But for this one, I get to choose. And I'll choose whatever I want. And I don't know what I'm going to choose, but I want storage of some capacity. Another thing, it needs cable. And more specifically, it needs cable management. Because right now I just have a strip, what do you call those? Power strip, laying on the floor, like inches from my toes. I could die instantly. Seconds from now. I mean, probably not, because they're like surge protected and all this mumbo jumbo, but technically speaking, I could die from any of the stuff in my room. I don't know, it could just explode. This monitor could just spontaneously combust, and I can be turned to ashes very, very early, but I want cable management is what I'm trying to say. The cable management is non-existent with this table, because the table is 1 millimeter thick at its biggest, and there's no way to hide a cable in or around or under that. It's just not possible. I had the cable strip literally taped to the wall, and then it would just fall off because it's duct tape. It's not going to hold it super tight to the wall. It's just not going to happen. And then I recently took all the tape off and took a chunk out the wall, so, that's not the best way to go about this, but cable management would be nice. Some sort of way to hide cables would be nice. I think it also needs to be modular in some way, because I don't want to make it 75 feet wide right now, but maybe 5 years down the line, maybe I will want it to be 75 feet long, and I don't want to just put 10 desks together, so it needs to have some sort of way to be modular, maybe I could take the side panel off and just attach the legs to a different, whatever you call that, wood piece, and just, probably wouldn't do that, but like maybe there's some sort of way that I can like attach another thing to the side and like double it, give it to the next person, and the next person is me again. That would be nice. But I might not have the skills for that, but at the very least it needs to be take apartable. I need to be able to take it apart, because I'm probably going to make it here, or probably not, maybe not here, but here, meaning like this area in which I live currently, and then I'm going to need to take it apart and move it to the area in which I'm going to live in the near future, because if it fell apart during transportation, I would literally scream and cry and melt into a puddle, so that's not ideal. So it needs to be take apartable or modular, which I think means different things, but I'll understand what that means probably, hopefully. I think that list is good. I think desk, cup, big, Strugan, lights, storage, cable, and modular. It's a good list. I mean, it would be nice if it had like more stuff, I guess. But I think the more I add to it, the longer it's going to take for me to start, and the longer it takes for me to start, the more likely it is I'm not going to finish. And if I don't finish, I'll be sad, because then I'll have spent money and not have a desk and have to use this absolute I can't think of words. Oh my god, this is really sad. This is embarrassing. I don't like this at all. Wow, that word is utterly and totally escaped my mind at the moment, and I apologize. That's bad. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. But this desk, this horrible excuse for a desk, I don't want to use it any longer than I have to. And if I don't finish this desk before I move, I will have to use this for a good chunk of time longer, and that makes me very sad to think about. So we'll keep this list relatively short so that we can keep this desk relatively possible to create. So it needs to be desk, it needs to have cup, it needs to be big, it needs to be Strugan, it needs to have lights, it needs to have storage, it needs to have cable, and it needs to be modular. So what does that desk look like? Well, desk. Boom. Check. Cup. Check. Big. Check. Struggling. Check. Lights. Ooh. Check. Storage. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Those are books. Check. Cable. That's like a cable management thing. I don't know. Modular. That just says modular. I don't know. But yeah, that was a joke. That's not actually what I'm gonna be doing here. But I think what I want, I think what would be hot and sexy and awesome is if the front of it is just the natural edge of the wood. That would be so cool. But like those kind of woods that have natural, nice, wavy edges are usually expensive. So that might not happen. But that would be nice to have like a natural edge wood. And then just like boom. 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 Kind of thing. Okay. And we're talking like a thickums. We're talking a thick wood piece right here. Like, it looks like a triangle. Oh god. I totally failed the perspective unit in freshman drawing or art class, whatever you call it. I didn't, but apparently I don't remember any of it. Anyways, boom. Thick slab. Nice, chunky, meaty slab. Okay, and maybe we go boom, 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 boom. We drill a little slab, or we drill a notch into the fat slab. And what that is it's like a little cutout with a handle. And it's like a drawer. It goes it has a coaster in it. A little fuzzy coaster. So it's a little drawer. You go is the desk, you go and you got a little baby coaster right there. That's hot. I like that a lot. I don't know how the hell I would make that because I don't make things. But that would be very nice. That'd be very nice. That'd be very cool. It might be under because that'd probably be way more doable to do it under the slab, and it's most likely that it won't be a big fat chunky slab because those are expensive and I have no money. So it'll probably be underneath the wood piece, and it just goes, and it just gets like a drawer rail, and you just drill it into the table itself, and you just go, and then there'll be a weight limit, I guess, on how much liquid I can put on the thing. And then I could also just put a coaster on top. So it could be that, it could be inlay, I don't know, but I like that idea of having it slide out to not have more workable desk space. That'd be very nice. That'd be very nice. But I could also have another idea. Let's just say in this scenario that we just don't have the edge like that, and let's just say it's actually thin, because it's probably not going to be that thick, because that's crazy. Because if that's solid wood, that's going to be heavy, boy. But then it's not that thick. So it could be underneath if you want, but it also could be like this. A little end-laid guy. And what that looks like is it's like a little inlay. There's a coaster sitting in there. A little fuzzy little coaster. And then we also have a little piece like in a drawer somewhere where it's just a wood. And so you could just get that little chunk of wood that I cut out, and you just plop it back in the hole, and it's cut to fit the coaster and the thing in there. So you could just and cover the coaster. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be kind of nice. Like maybe if the thing is like if the table's like this thick, you get a coaster that's like this thick, and then you get the piece of wood and you make it like that thick, and then you get like little feet and attach it to that piece of wood. Like you just drill little holes and you get those little dowels and you go into that little piece of wood, so that it creates enough of a gap that it will sit flush. Because I want the fuzzy coasters. Those coasters are so nice, the little fuzzy coasters. I don't know if they make the fuzzy coasters that thin, but we can make it happen. I could just get a really thin coaster and just put carpet on it. That sounds delectable. So I could just get a piece of carpet. I could just get a piece of carpet and put it in the thing. That also sounds very nice and probably cheap. So we could do that. If I want, we could do that. We could throw it in there. And then, so that the little piece of wood stays flush and like won't wobble on top of the little carpet. And you can get those little dowels, get like 4 little dowels, put it into the thing and so it just sits flush. That sounds very nice. There's probably a more elegant way to do that, but I quite frankly could not care less about how I do it. I just care that I do it. Okay. So that's another option for the coaster. For the cup. For big, it just needs to be big. I don't really need to draw that. For strong, same thing. It's just going to be wood. I don't know. For lights, I think it'd be nice to just have on the bottom of it, I can say this is the edge of the table. From the bottom, like as if you're like that. You're looking under the bottom, you know what I mean? And there's just like a little channel with an LED strip. And that's it. It's just LED strip. You know? Maybe it goes like, and then comes up to the back. You know what I mean? So like if this was the back of this one, it goes like this. So that it bounces off the wall rather than just the floor. But then on the other ones, it goes against the bottom. So it shines on the floor and then the wall. That'd be kind of sick. That'd be kind of nice. Part of me wants to inlay some on the top, but that's kind of stupid because one, it will shine directly into your eyeballs and not be very fun. Two, if I have a desk mat, they'll just be covered. So it really doesn't make sense at all. Storage. This is very easy. You just put a box. You just put some sort of square shape in the leg, and that's all you need. That's all you need right there. I think it would be cool to get like we could just get like metal legs, right? Just metal legs like this. Just nice little metal legs like that. And then we could get another set of these metal legs. Right? Get another set of those metal legs and attach them right there. And then we get a piece of wood. Get a piece of wood in between those two metal legs. That is a horrible drawing, but you know what I mean. Two sets of legs, little metal, or little wood piece. And boom, baby, you got storage. You throw another shelf in there. You throw another damn shelf in there. We eating good. We eating real good. You got 2 shelves, you got storage. Just like that. Just like that. And if you want, you can throw another one on this side. You can throw another one on this side. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Throw another one right there. And you could put the damn computer right here. You could put the damn computer right there. And just have that boy sitting in there nice and pretty. And you have the back open so it could have good ventilation. And you could even like chop out a chunk of the bottom if you want to have good ventilation on the bottom. But I guess the top is also a good way for heat to escape. So maybe this wall will be closed. And that's this closed wall, but then the rest of it's open. So that it can have good airflow, but it's not like beaming heat onto your body. That'd be nice. But I can also just have it on the side. We don't need that. And then also limits the amount of foot space. But it's something to think about. If this is like 8 feet wide, and this is like 3 feet, or 2 feet, and then it's like 1.5 feet, then that's still like, I don't know how to do math, but that's probably like 5 feet. Which is way more than the length of this desk in general. So, that's nice. I mean, 8-foot desk is insane. It's definitely not going to be that big. But, you know, it's doable. Cable management. Very easy. I'm just going to use this as the back of this one for now because I don't want to just redraw everything. But we could just have like a little plastic box right here that opens and swings down. And it's 3-dimensional. I forgot to draw that. It's 3-dimensional. 3-dimensional little box. And you just put cables in here. You just throw a bunch of cables in here and close it up. And then the cables can go down the leg. If this is the leg, cables go like this. And if we get those hollow metal legs, you feed the cables through the damn leg. I don't give a damn. I mean, that's kind of, I don't know how I would do that. But he could. Or I could even get like a plastic channel and just funnel the cables through there. Like, let's say this is the leg. I don't know why I drew it like that. That was insane. But let's, I don't even have an eraser. Okay, so let's say this is the leg. And we get a little plastic box that we could just stick on the back of the metal leg. And we just feed cables through here. But this is not visible. It's the box. And then at the top of the leg, which connects to the bottom of the desk, okay, the cables box just ends, and the cables feed out like this, and then they go into the other box, which is this box. You know what I'm saying? So they go through the little plastic box into the other plastic box. Bada bing, bada boom. Cable management done. Just like that. Boom, 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 boom. And then maybe there's even a piece of wood that goes back here for even more structural integrity, you know? And we could put a damn power strip on the back of the piece of wood. Like if the piece of wood is just like this, just a chunk of wood, and say this is the back of it, you just stick a damn power strip right there with it, all the little plugs. You just stick the damn power strip on the back of the wood. You could even put the damn power strip up here if you're crazy. Or if the legs are thick enough, you could put it right there. I don't even know. There's a lot of possibilities. You could friggin' tape it to the bottom of the damn thing. Yeah, a lot of possibilities there. I like this idea though, because it's cheap. And it's easy to do. You just stick a couple pieces of plastic on the wood and the metal and you're good to go. Modular, I don't even want to think about how I'm going to do that. I don't want to think about it. So I won't. This is where we stand. I think this is what I'm going to end up doing because it's easier and probably cheaper. But another option. I saw somewhere, some sort of furniture, I don't even remember what it was, but it was like freeform cut out wood, and it looked so good, it looked so cool, I love it so much. And I think if we got a big old slab of wood, and just cut some nasty little holes in there, it could look so cool. But I don't know how I would do that. I mean, I do. You just make holes in the wood. It's not that crazy. But rather, that sounds like a lot of money. So I don't know how I would do that financially, is rather what I meant to say. But that is a nice little cute idea, if possible. But this is probably more so what it's going to end up looking like. I like this idea, but I also like this idea. This one comes with a weight limit. This one comes with needing to make a hole in the top of the desk. So if I mess it up, it is all over. It is all over. So, interesting things to think about. I've gone over the amount of time that I said I was going to do by like 30 minutes. So we're going to real quickly just run through this couch. What I want out of the couch, I want it to be a couch that says coach. But let's just pretend it says couch. I want it to be comfortable because it's a couch that you sit on and spend a lot of time on. So I want it to be comfort. Okay? I want you to have comfort when you're on the couch. Another thing I want is for it to look pretty. I want the couch to not be ugly. Okay? We do discriminate. When it comes to couches, we do discriminate. If it's ugly, I don't want it. So I want it to be pretty. Okay? Because our house needs to be pretty. Our apartment needs to look nice. And one of the first things you see in your damn living room is a couch because it's so damn big. So it needs to be pretty and comfortable. And it needs to be Coach. Not the brand. It just needs to be Coach. Okay? It just does. So Coach, comfortable and pretty. That looks like it says petty, but it says pretty. It could be petty too. I don't care. That sounds nice. A petty couch. Love that. That's about all the criteria I have for a couch. It just needs to be a couch. It needs to be comfortable. It needs to be pretty. That's all. That's all you need. I guess sturdy. I guess if people are going to sit on it, people that weigh, a decent amount of weight. And then multiple people, it probably needs to be sturdy, I suppose. I guess. Like, hypothetically speaking, it should not break if people sit on it. So that's something to think about, but not really something I'm going to be putting into the drawings, so not super necessary. But what I'm thinking, here's what I'm thinking. And that's what I'm thinking. And then you put some leather, or not leather, some cushion, some cushioning on this little boy, right there. You put some cushioning on that boy, and they looking real nice. But that's the couch right there. I think that's all you get. A piece of wood. You get some metal. You stick it in the wood, and you put some nice soft stuff, and you put it on top of the wood. And that's a couch. It's quite that simple. But pretty. This is not super pretty. It's not ugly, but it's not what I'm looking for. What I'm looking for is something eye-catching. Okay. Something that if someone walks into your place and looks at your couch, they're like, oh my god, where did you get that couch? And you could say, I made it. It came from me. It came from my soul and my hands. And probably my butt. Because I sat on it, so it came from my butt. The couch came out of my butt. Well, not out of my butt, but from it. So, take from that what you will, I suppose. So this is not going to cut it. I'm not going to lie to you. It's just not. It's quite frankly just not, sadly. It is sad, because this sounds so easily doable. Like, probably not, because, like, this needs to have some sort of sturdy, but here's what you do. You offset it like this, and you put a piece of wood right here. That's all you need. You put like 4 pieces of wood in the back, and boom, it's as structurally sound as the wood. Okay, because you got wood, and that's all you need. But it probably ain't that comfortable, and it for sure ain't that pretty. So instead, here's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna look up couches because I, quite frankly, cannot imagine a couch in my head right now outside of this, which really doesn't even look like a couch. It looks like a futon, which I hate them. I'll spell a couch again. I hate futons because I had a futon and it was very nice and I liked it a lot. And then I got another futon and it was the bane of my existence for over a year. And I hated it with every ounce of my being because it was a horrible, wretched creation that shot springs, literal springs, into my back every single time I tried to use it. It was meant to be for comfort, for slumber, for relaxation, and it was nothing but a prison of my own creation. So we're not going to make a futon. Because, one, how the hell do you make a futon? I don't know and I don't want to. Rather, we're going to make a couch, but this looks like a futon, and that makes me very sad. And I'm looking at these couches on Lovesac, and I'll tell you this right now, they're not pretty. They're not. They look like Minecraft couches. And I'll tell you right now, they're not cheap. They're not cheap. These are 5 seats, 4 seats, plus 5 sides. I don't know what the hell that means. Plus 5 sides, what the hell does that mean? I don't know. But if 4 seats, it looks like 3. Because there's 3 cushions, but I guess there's 4 seats, and it's $3,000. It's almost $1,000 a seat. It's almost $1,000 a person's butt. That's a lot of money for a butt, okay? It's a lot of money. Butts are free. We all have them. Why do we gotta pay $3,000 to put them on a piece of cushion? That's crazy. For this, I think I can make it for $250. That might be absolutely insane, and you might call me stupid, and if I am, go ahead. But if I do this for $250 or less, you can eat your words. No sauce, no seasoning. You eat them how you made them and served them to me. Okay, you should have thought about that before you spewed them into my ears. Or rather, into my comment section, because I'm not going to hear you. And even if you commented, I might not listen. I might not see it, and I might not care. Okay? I might still make a damn couch for $250, and it might fall apart the first time more than 200 pounds is set upon its bosom. But you know what? If I made it for $250, you still gotta eat those words. And I pray that they taste horrible. I hope that it's one of the worst things you've ever eaten. Because when you gave those words to me, it made me very sad. And I am saying this before I even read those words and before those words are even said. Nobody might say these words because this is an hour and 20 minutes into a video that nobody might watch. But at the possibility that you say these words to me, I will be hurt by them. And you will eat them because now I am destined. I am making it my sole goal of this couch to make it under $250 so that you have to eat those words. And I'm not gonna lie, if I make it for any more than $250, it's like, damn, you should have just bought the damn couch. Because I'm on Bob's Furniture right now. They got this 92-inch sofa for $400. That sounds good to me. Give it to me, Bob. Give me the couch, Bob. Let me sit on your couch, Bob. Bob, I need you in my life. $399, baby, sign me up. That's not that bad at all. This couch is actually kind of nice. I actually like that couch. This is a pretty looking couch. It's faux leather, so I don't really like that, but it's nice. It's only $400. I'm not even gonna lie, when I thought about making a couch, I thought about making a frame of wood and getting a shiki futon, which is like $200, which is just a futon, but like a Japanese futon, I think, and it's pretty much just a big cushion. And so I could just lay the cushion onto this and put like little hooks on it and attach little loops to the shiki futon, and then just put it on the hooks and call it a day. But that probably costs just as much money as these couches on here. So I might not even make a couch, because honestly, couches ain't that expensive. I can go on Facebook Marketplace right now and find a couch for less than $250. I can almost guarantee it. Let's see right now. I'm checking right now. Facebook Marketplace, you better not make me sign into a Facebook account right now, or I'm gonna scream. And this is an ASMR video. Okay, yeah, it did. I didn't need to sign in. Search Marketplace. Couch. I keep putting couch. Couch. Free. $100 free. $50. $45 free. $100. $200. $200. $100. $180. That's not a couch. That's like a big block of foam. It's probably not. There's probably wood in there, but it just looks like a big block of foam, and I kind of love it. I could do that. I could make that. But I could also just buy it for $180. Dude, there's so many free couches. I might just buy a free couch, rip off all the freaking the fabric, and just put new fabric. Because the fabric's probably nasty as hell. But I could just take it off and put on new ones. That'll cost like $20. That's a couch for $20. Like, here's the plan. Buy old couch. Make old couch new. I keep writing couch. I didn't even put a C in this one. I don't need to draw no damn couch, because I'm not going to make no damn couch. That's crazy. Why would I do that? I could go pick up a free damn couch on Facebook Marketplace that probably smells like crap and has bugs in it. And I'll just take off the damn stuff that's gross and just put on new stuff that's not gross. This is simple. This is so simple. Because as long as the frame is not rotting or broken, even if I have to replace all the cushions, that's fine. Because that'll maybe cost $100. That's cheaper than this, and it'll probably be way better as a couch. So all I gotta do is find a frame of a couch that looks decent, that's free, hopefully, or like at least under $50, and go pick that damn John up in a U-Haul, take it back, rip that mother damn couch to shreds, go buy some nice fabric that looks nice, learn how to upholster furniture, and then put it together and call it a day. And speaking of calling it a day, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. The last 30 minutes of this have been a little bit unhinged, but I think I need that more in my life. I need to be unhinged a little bit more. I need to release the beast a little bit more often, I suppose. So I hope you enjoyed, and we will have, I thought there was empty space on this. We will have double feature. I think I talked about that in the last video, but nobody watched that damn last video, and that's okay, because it was bad. It'll be a double feature next week. Friday, Saturday, double feature. I guess double feature kind of means like the same day, but it'll just be the same week. Okay? Because if I uploaded 2 videos in one day, they would get 0 views. So I'm not doing that. I mean, they might not, but I'm just not going to do that. So 2 days. It might not be Friday, Saturday. It might be like Friday, Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling. But 2 videos next week. They will be Vinyl Collection 5 and Cities Skylines 2. 2. Because it's the second video of the second game. Okay. That's it for this one. Thank you for watching. I hope this was relaxing or entertaining or something. And I hope to see you again in the next video, which will probably be the vinyl collection one. And the City Skyline Zone will come after that. And then many, many more after that, which will be weekly on either Friday or Saturday. I'm not sure. We shall see. But that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have a good time doing whatever you're doing. And I hope to see you next time, okay? Goodbye. Bye. Bye.